In 1858, Abraham Lincoln approached politics like a mathematician solving a proof. During his fierce debates against Stephen Douglas, he relied on Euclidean logic, strict constitutional arguments, and biblical references to argue against a divided nation. Those grueling walking tours across Illinois didn't win him the Senate seat, but the rigorous moral clarity of his arguments brought him national prominence. 2 years later, that same logical appeal won him the presidency. The response to his election, however, rejected the very premise of civilized debate. South Carolina immediately seceded, rapidly followed by 6 other southern states to form the Confederacy. The debates were effectively over now. The young president-elect inherited a fractured, hostile nation immune to logical persuasion. By February 1861, Lincoln faced a grueling 1,900-mile train journey toward Washington, D.C. to take his oath of office. Along the route, America's first female detective, Kate Warne, working alongside Allan Pinkerton, intercepted intelligence about what became known as the Baltimore Plot. A ring of Southern sympathizers designed a deadly lottery. They drew lots to randomly select assassins, assigning the murder to whoever drew the red dot. To ensure Lincoln survived the night, operatives severed telegraph wires and locked down the train tracks. They sneaked him through Baltimore in total darkness, disguised as an invalid under Warne's care. The man who built his reputation on public debate found himself navigating deception and covert espionage just to survive the trip to his own inauguration. Lincoln assumed office surrounded by intense security threats, using his first inaugural address to plead for unity and appeal to the better angels of a fractured country. At the time, Northern politicians and the public expected the rebellion to end quickly. A minor uprising they assumed would be crushed in a single, decisive military action. That July, high society spectators from Washington actually rode out to the First Battle of Bull Run in carriages, bringing picnic baskets to watch the fight from the surrounding hills. Then, Confederate reinforcements arrived by rail. The Union lines collapsed under the assault, and the terrifying sound of the rebel yell. Panicked troops and spectators fled back toward Washington, trampling the picnic grounds and bringing raw, bloody chaos straight to the Capitol's doorstep. The fantasy of a brief, manageable skirmish evaporated immediately, forcing Lincoln to confront the reality of a long, catastrophic war of attrition. As the death toll climbed into the tens of thousands, Lincoln adapted his leadership strategy. He turned the War Department's telegraph office into a live command center to monitor battlefield developments in real time. He quickly recognized that traditional military power alone could not preserve the nation. He needed to strike directly at the Confederacy's economic foundation. In the aftermath of the staggering bloodshed at Antietam in late 1862, Lincoln framed the abolition of slavery explicitly as a ruthless, constitutional military necessity. This is the final Emancipation Proclamation. In January 1863, despite political backlash, Lincoln signed it into law. The text laid out a calculated strategic threat. It gave Confederate states exactly 100 days to surrender or face the permanent forfeiture of their enslaved labor force. By weaponizing his wartime executive power, Lincoln altered the objective of the conflict. A fight to restore borders became a rigid, ideological war for absolute abolition. Jump forward to March 1865. An exhausted, grieving Lincoln delivered his second inaugural address. He had successfully secured the 13th Amendment, and the war was nearly won. Yet, standing mere feet from the podium in that very crowd was actor John Wilkes Booth. On April 14th, just days after the Confederate surrender at Appomattox, the shadow of assassination that first stalked Lincoln in Baltimore finally caught him. Lincoln's legacy is defined by his psychological endurance. He allowed his initial political idealism to die, adapted to the terrifying realities of a protracted war, and used his 4 years of borrowed time to execute a final, permanent mandate for freedom.